Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Emerald County. Today, I would quite like to build another construction site. If you've seen the previous episode, you'll know that up by Applesby, we built Birdsong Heights, which, by the way, will not be getting renamed today. The reason Birdsong Heights isn't getting renamed today is quite simple. The previous episode hasn't gone out yet. At the time I'm recording this, that episode is, hasn't gone out yet, so unfortunately, I will not be renaming anything today, which I apologize, but it's sort of just the way things are, so there you go. That's why nothing's getting renamed today. But what I would like to do, like I said, is mess about with construction equipment. I kind of happen to enjoy the construction equipment. I think it can be fun to play with. So basically, I'm going to make something where there is a road under construction, is what I'm thinking. So we're going to, first off, I want to see how many junctions there are on this road. There's one there, and there's one there. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to force traffic into, from here, I'm going to force this traffic into that lane. I'm going to force that traffic into that lane, okay? So they're going to be forced into the leftmost lane. Then from the leftmost lane, they're going to be forced into that lane. Then from that lane, they're going to be forced in, I think I'll force them to stay in that lane, actually. So that should be fine. So basically, the traffic will all be inclined to go to the left lane. Then it's going to have to turn out here because I'm going to put some construction work along the road and ever so slightly alongside the highway as well. So that's the plan, at least. We'll see if that works. I certainly hope it does. I'm inclined to believe that traffic may end up... Yeah, it is all going to be forced into that lane. It doesn't really have a choice. There we go. So as you can see, traffic is now merging. If I just... There we go. So the merge point is about there. That's okay. So what I want to do is I'm going to turn on road anarchy and prop and tree anarchy. And I'm going to go here. And I'm going to basically close that road, that section of road. So traffic has to go out and around a little bit. So let's do that kind of thing. Let's do that kind of thing. Basically, we are bringing this along. We're going to be closing this road. We're going to have some construction work at the side of the road as well, which will be nice. And it's going to look awesome. That's the plan, at least. I'm hoping it'll look really cool. Because this is something I've seen done on the City Skylines subreddit before. And I saw this weeks ago, maybe months ago. And the idea has been in the back of my mind ever since to do something like that where you do this nice construction work. And I think it's going to look really, really good. I don't necessarily think we'll spend the whole episode doing this. But I'll apologize in advance in case we do. So let's just continue this along this way. Keep these relatively equally spaced apart. Go to there and start bringing this along the highway a little bit. We'll get a little bit further apart with them there. That should be fine. So now what we should see is, yeah, traffic is getting very close to those barrels, but they are going around them, which is nice. I think that one I'll get rid of and just move it sort of in a little bit so it's a little bit more of a curve. There we go. So traffic, it doesn't get as close to it anymore. So yeah, that leaves one lane completely closed off. As for these guys, I reckon I might move them into the inside lane as well. So traffic coming off of the highway is going to have to go to that lane only. Then they're going to be stuck in that lane because I really don't want them to merge across just yet. They're still going to be stuck in that lane because construction works are going to be a bit, more hefty on that side. Then up here, they can go to, from that lane there to anywhere. So that should be fine. Those guys should all end up being forced into the rightmost lane because there's going to be construction works the whole way along that road. Okay, so that's my plan at least. Those guys are all merging out and around, which is excellent news. What I'll do is I'm going to come in with a pedestrian gravel path here and turn snapping off. We already have road anarchy on, which is great news. So we're going to bring this along the side of the road. Like so. And sort of merge it. Actually, we'll probably continue this up just a little bit onto the highway. So we'll do that kind of thing. which looks fine to me. Do that kind of thing as well. So that should be fine. Then on this side, it's not going to be quite as intensive, so we'll sort of start it a little bit further along the highway. I say it's not going to be quite as intensive. It's the entire bloody section of road. So bring that to there, and go to about there. Alright, that looks fine to me. I just punched my microphone arm. That's great. Now traffic is still in that leftmost lane. Why is traffic in that lane? It shouldn't be. It's only allowed to go to that lane, which is peculiar because, yeah, it should not be in the left lane. Some of it's staying right, but not all of it. Okay, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm finished with this construction site, but I did add this bridge in at the last minute, which I think actually makes this look much, much better. So my thinking here is that the construction going on is for a bridge that goes over this road for trains and then we'll sort of continue off this way, or maybe around this way, I don't know. Either way, I think I like the idea that this is construction for a train bridge. It actually gives pretty good reasoning to what's going on here. And you know, maybe this road's going to be taken down to this kind of road or something. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what the method is to the madness here, but I really like how the construction site works. It just looks that bit better. I think it adds a nice little bit of detail to the area. It's something a bit different as well. Like there is actually traffic control going on there and stuff like that as well, which is nice. So I do really enjoy how this is looking. I do also want to add a tree just there. In fact, maybe I could add a little bit more construction stuff to just the beginning of this. Possibly. Doesn't necessarily look like there is anything I could add to make this look like a realistic-ish construction site. I'd probably need to... Well, I take that back, actually. If I were to grab this gravel road and sort of go from there, I could technically bring this alongside the bridge and have this sort of be the site access road, almost. So that road comes right up to there. And sort of... Yeah, that could connect to a bunch of different things. That could be kind of cool, actually, doing that kind of thing. Let's see. So if I go to there and we sort of fill in a bunch of this space as well, we can do that kind of thing. Bring this in that way a little bit just to make that corner look nice. But yeah, we could fill up a whole lot of this space quite easily. So if I do that as well, just there. What about this space? Can I fill that up? I somewhat can, which is good, and then fill up that bit of space too. Okay, it leaves a bit of green there, but I could make that a bit of a construction site if I wanted to. That's not the worst looking thing. What if I did that as well? Yeah, we'll just give it a nice big thick road leading up to it. Nice big gravel path of some sort. Sort of going like that. Then coming down a bit like... Let me just go with straight sections of path here. It makes it work much, much easier. So go to there and go to there. Nope, go to there. I think that works. I think it looks fine. I want to get some construction equipment in here. Let's see what we can do. Let's go with a, we don't need a road roller is the word I was looking for there. Maybe one of those just sort of sitting there. We'll go for a smaller crane just there, because why not? And we'll go for, we don't really need one of these. Although one of these could look kind of cool like this way, because maybe they have to drill down into the base of the ground there for the pillars, so that could look kind of cool. So if we do one there, I'll fix that in just a second. And we're probably going to want some concrete out here, so we'll get some concrete buckets. We'll chuck one there and there. We're also going to want a couple of concrete buckets back this way, so we'll just add a few of those to there. And we'll get 3 of them there, and we'll get, say, 1 or 2 of them just there. Then a mortar silo can go over this way as well. Oh, I'm really liking this. I'm really liking the idea of the bridge under construction. I think that's quite cool. Get a couple of mortar silos just over here as well. There we go. Yeah, that looks fine to me. It is looking like a proper little construction site too. I'm really happy with this. I absolutely love this idea. Let's see. So if I go from there to there, and I go from there to there and sort of connect those in the middle, can I do a path down between them as well? Probably not. Let's see if I can get those a little bit closer together then. So that's fine there. Probably that's not the kind of path I wanted, but sure. Then if I do that as well, then if I just upgrade both of them, or downgrade both of them, yeah, that's fine. That looks much better. Then all we need to do is sort of come off the side of that one, like so. And it looks like it's sort of an extension of the rest of the site. Oh, I love this. Playing with these, all this construction stuff is really cool. It makes me feel like a kid again, you know? It's like when you have those toy construction sets as a kid. I don't know if anyone else had them. I know I did. But they're the coolest thing. Let's do that so that can dig into there. We'll get a generator beside it, because why not? Maybe... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's put the generator there instead. Get one of those out there. And what else? Probably we'll get a loader out this way as well. Just get that there. Okay, so now all we need to do is replace that bit of pathway. Which we can do like that. There we go. Oh, I love that. I really, really like that. That's the coolest thing. Okay, now I think the construction site is probably done. We've got some fences here. We've got all this stuff around. We've got another excavator there. I like to imagine, you know, that thing will be lifting some, like, gravel out of the back of that truck and dumping it onto the tracks to go between the sleepers. Is it the sleepers? That's what the planks of wood, I think that's what they're called. But I really absolutely love how this construction site works. I also don't think that tree will be left as close as that, with it being a full-on construction site. Get a few of those about there, though, because they do sort of belong in this area. Get a few of them done this way as well, like so. Get a few just about the place around there. There we go. And increase my brush size, lower the strength, and go for a few of these around here as well, just to fill out a lot of the space. There we go. Let's get a bit of a bigger brush size, a bit lower strength, and fill out as much of this as I possibly can. There we go. Fill out all that space, fill out that space, get a couple of the lighter trees in there, because why not? Makes it look all bright and pleasant, of course. There we go. I love that. I'm really pleased with how that construction site has turned out. It really just, I absolutely adore it. Let's continue those trees up that way a little bit. And get some of the darker ones in there too, to sort of make it look like it's all the same thing. There we go. So it all comes together really nicely. Oh my god. I'm so pleased with this. I really am. That looks so good down there. Let's just fill in that space a little bit. There we go. Look at that. That's a full-on construction site there. I'm actually going to take some of those trees out to make it look like they've sort of paved the way for more of the track. And I can go one step further and actually put in some broken trees. Oh, that's so good. I'll put in some logs there, so it sort of looks like they've, you know, they're planning ahead a little bit. There's some broken trees here and there, which have to be taken away. There we go. Look at that. How cool is that? That really is the coolest thing. I love that. I'm so pleased with that. I mean, traffic's a nightmare now because of it. Like, traffic is backing up like crazy. So what might be worth doing is maybe increasing the speed limit on those roads a little bit. So if I increase that one, increase that one, we'll knock those up to say... Well, while they should be slower, I think at 80 kilometers is probably a good idea. Because it means that traffic is moving a little bit quicker, and that's kind of important. It's... Realism's cool and all, but having traffic that actually moves and doesn't back up for too long is also equally cool. But look at this! How cool is that? I am so chuffed with that. I really am. I absolutely adore it. It's the coolest thing. It looks like a proper little construction site there. Also, in case you're wondering about these gaps, that's site access, basically. Oh, I love it. I'm so pleased. So now it's probably a good idea to come back over to Applesby and start filling out all the spaces I said I was going to fill out, such as all the suburbs and stuff like that. So I reckon what we'll do is we'll go and get one of these roads here, and I'll turn on snapping, not snapping, well, snapping as well, but I'll turn on zoning there. I'm going to go, say, 10 units that way, and then I want to start doing some curves, because I want this road to sort of follow the train track a little bit. I think that could be a fairly cool idea if it sort of goes that way a little bit. Bit of a sharp bend there, but we can maybe make that work a little bit. So let's do that. Bring this road around and sort of to there. All right, that's pretty good. That's kind of what I want. So now what we'll do is go to that road, and I would actually like to turn off the zoning on that road. Because that way, it's not going to interfere with the zoning we're going to put in just a second. So, that road goes to there, which is fine. What I'd now like to do is, of course, turn zoning back on and extend these roads up like that. Because I think that could be kind of cool. And apparently my throat wants to pack in. That's good. That's just what you want. So that's gonna go like that, and I don't know. I guess connect it that way. Maybe that one doesn't have to connect. I guess that one's okay. We'll bring this one up to there at a 45-degree angle. I guess that road technically could have zoning on it. That seems fine. That one also seems fine, so we'll do that. That one can probably have some kind of... I guess they can all have zoning in a way. That's probably not needed. That's a really sharp bend, though, which I'm not enjoying. I guess I could do that. I mean, I guess that works. If I was a little smarter with it, I could just do a straight road across like that. Which might be... If I go straight up to there, and I go straight from there to there, delete that section, and bring this around with a really nice curve. Yeah, I would say that fills out the space kind of well. Also, someone pointed out that a little town like this really should have a small football stadium of some... Not stadium. Stadium's the wrong word. But there was the... It was a sort of regional looking... Not regional, maybe... It was a small football thing. Stadium thing. Not quite a stadium, but you get the idea. And I don't quite remember where it was, which is a problem. Maybe it's in Parks. I think it probably is. That's baseball. Apparently it's not in here. Oh, it's one of these, isn't it? Is it that one? No, that's the mini soccer field. It's not in there. Is it in here? Ah, yes, it was this one. The regional soccer stadium. Someone mentioned that one of these actually would be kind of cool in a place like this. It would probably make sense to have one in a place like this. So what we'll do... I'm going to move that tennis court to there for the time being. I'm going to move the mini soccer field to there. And I will put in a regional soccer stadium. I'll also turn prop and tree anarchy off, so it gets rid of those. A little regional soccer stadium there. Sort of in the middle of a suburb, but it's fine. It's fine. There actually is there's a couple of football fields near where I live, which do get used fairly regularly. They get used every year for some tournament or other. I don't remember what it is, but yeah, they do get used, which is kind of cool. As for this tennis court, I'm not really sure where it's going to go. It can't really go there. Could go in there if I really wanted it to, which could be nice, I suppose. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to have some tennis courts over by the houses, but I guess could go there. Right by the... I guess having a tennis court by the... That could be a really nice idea, having a bunch of tennis courts by the train station. Because that would fill out the space so much better than some custom park of mine. So if I do that... Yeah! I really like that, actually. I think that'll look great. So... What, tennis court? That's a smaller tennis court. Where's the default one? Oh, God. There's what I'm looking for. So tennis court, or is that... That was basketball, yeah. So tennis court, basketball court, tennis court, and basketball court. And I know that the train line is sort of on the basketball court there, but that's fine. I really like that. I do. I think that looks great. I just kind of want to see if I can move this train line ever so slightly so I can keep my basketball court there. So if I go from there, hold on, there. I can't actually go through that bit at the corner, but I can sort of slink it along there. Which is fine by me. So do that and curve it around to meet the other section of track. There we go. So curve it like that. Okay, maybe not like that. Let's make this look a little better. I'm having some troubles with this at the moment. So curve that out to there and straight to there. That's got a little tiny kink in it, but it should be okay. And I can keep my my courts, which is lovely. That's exactly what I want to do. Although I kind of want to put some gravel in there. I think that could be an idea. If I go for this, I can sort of just put it in there. Which I think fills up the space really nicely. And you might actually see people walking on it, which would be kind of cool, to be honest. We'll see, though. I'm not sure if we will ever see anyone walk on it. It might take a while. Now, down between that, the courts and all that, I think we could do with yeah, a gravel path. Then down between those two as well. And between those two as well. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. I really do like that. I think a couple of trees here could be useful to sort of just block the train lines from the back of this court. But I'm really pleased with how that's turned out. I really do like it. Now all we need to do, I suppose, is fill in a bunch of housing and maybe fill this space in as well. I guess this could technically be a suburb over here if I want it to be. We'll continue this road up as well. Like so. And, you know what? I think this can just be a bit of sort of curved road that comes in like that. Like so. Hold on. 9 and... If I go for actual curves, I can go to 10 and 10. Continue it straight on a little bit. And then from there to there. No, it doesn't quite work. What about that spot? Again, doesn't quite work. Let's see. Take it as close as I can and connect it like that. Oh, and I guess that kind of works. That's not so bad. What if I continue this on, though? So continue that to there, connect that to there. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. I think Applesby can just be zoned like this. So let's, first off, get the pedestrian paths in, and then do all of the building zoning. And with that, I reckon Applesby is pretty much done. It's not necessarily the most impressive, and I still want to do stuff down with this area here, which actually, quite surprisingly, has people using it, which is really nice to see. I really enjoy the fact that people do drive down here. I'm also curious to see, does anyone ever use my tram? Yeah, some people use the trams. I want to have a look at my numbers here. Not actually that many people using all of that stuff, but that's nice enough. There's a reasonable number of people moving about around here. There appears to be a bit of a traffic jam here, which is concerning because I can't quite see where the problem is. Oh, it was the tram was the problem. Okay. You know what? It might actually be worth taking that statue out of there and taking those plants out of there too. And what I can go ahead and do, that would probably make a lot more sense actually, is if I go to my trams, that's not trams, that's trams, and I grab myself a tram road. If I go from there to there with those, and then downgrade, or not downgrade, but change these roads here to be... Hold on, they probably don't have zoning on them. So fix that to not have zoning, like I've done, and there we go. So the trams now go straight through the roundabout, which to me makes a lot more sense. That actually looks kind of cool too. Plus pedestrians can now walk straight across, which is nice. So yeah, I think that looks... It's an interesting roundabout. I like that the trams now go straight through it, so they won't necessarily be holding up traffic as much. I love how it looks with the trams going down between these buildings as well. I think that looks really cool, giving them their own little section of road there. Then down here as well looks cool too. I just really like the trams. I think they look really cool. Unfortunately, though, we are seeing some serious traffic tailbacks here, which is actually kind of... It's accurate, considering it's a construction site. So, I think that's fair. But yeah, I really, really enjoy how this looks. I think it looks fantastic. I think Applesby just looks adorable. Does it have a police station? It does have a police station, but it might want another one. So I'll just chuck another police station up that way to maybe help with things. What about fire department? Applesby does have a fire department. It could probably use another one, though. So I'll put another fire thing just up there, I guess, sort of out of the way. I could put it there, technically. It's that does block things, though. So I guess I'll just sort of chuck it there, which will hopefully cover things. And healthcare is fine? No, healthcare is not fine. Wait a minute. No, healthcare is fine. Wait, did I ever put a crematorium? I didn't. I never put a crematorium in here. Well, there's that fixed. That should help that a little bit. As for over here, healthcare isn't really an issue, but fire coverage absolutely is. So let's go ahead and just chuck in a... Let's first off turn off anarchy as well. Chuck in a bigger fire station just there, so that there's some really nice coverage around this whole area. And I really enjoy this. I think we've done an excellent job here today. We have our little football stadium there. Bunch of new houses. We're up to almost 5,000 people living in Emerald County. And yeah, I think Applesby looks adorable. I really do. I don't know if I like it as much as I like Castle Rock, but I really like Applesby. I really do. Anyway, folks, I reckon that's going to be it for today. So, thank you kind of for watching. This has been Emerald County, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!